begin, let me start. So, welcome to session number 17 today. It's been 17 days since we all are together, and today we'll be learning about creating the basic visualizations in Excel. And now, before I begin today's session, let me just replay the cassette, you can say, that what all we did in the last session. So in the last session, we learned about importing the data, cleaning the data, and transforming the data in Excel. So before this, whatever we have learned, same thing, importing the data, cleaning the data, we did it in the Jupyter Lab using Python, Pandas library, and all the things. But here what we will be doing, here we used Excel spreadsheet wherein we learned about formatting, simple steps of Excel, and this was to clean the data, same duplicate data, and also you have to select the data and then start working on that. Anyway, so that was the replay, that was the things which we covered in the last session, session number 16, that was on Friday. So to begin with, today's session focuses on pivot tables and charts. So today's session, I will teach you how do we create these kinds of charts. What do you mean by pivot tables? Creating the graphs and the charts, and creating the reports in Excel. So all these things we will be covering in today's session. So to begin with, first let me talk about pivot tables. So before I begin and before I start on with the pivot tables, I would just like to show you a very simple visualization in Excel. Okay, very simple. Okay, for example, I will take any data set. Okay, any data set. Say this one. I hope you all are able to see my Excel sheet. Okay, so let me just, create this beautifully, make it all borders. Okay, so I think I cannot make it big, is it? Oh, yeah, I cannot. Just a second, I think. So card types and speed. Okay, so this is a data set, and suppose if I have to just simply visualize this, I'm just talking about the basic chart right now. Okay, what will I do? I will select this full data, and you can directly do one thing. You can just go to this one, insert, and then you can click on these recommended chart. So when you click on the recommended chart, it will give you a clustered column chart. This is recommended. Okay, so you can just click on it and click on OK. So this is a simple chart which is being created in Excel. Simple chart. I have not used any pivot, anything. I've just taken the card types and their speeds, and this has been plotted by this. I don't like this chart. I don't want this chart. Okay, this is a recommended chart, but I don't want to use it. So again, you can do the same thing. You can select this data, click on insert, and then click on recommended chart. Now you can change it, speed. See, this way also you can make a pie chart. It's the chart title, and you also have the Pareto chart. So you have all the kinds of different charts. These are the recommended ones, and plus you have all the charts. See, all the charts. So this is clustered column only, but this is the other one. Second, if you go to line chart, it will be plotted this way. If you go to pie chart, if you go to bar chart, if you go to area chart, if you go to scatter chart, map chart, stock chart, so ILO is not there, surface, radar, See, tree map, sunburst, histogram, box and whisker, waterfall chart, funnel chart, and combo chart. Okay, so what I'll do is, just for your reference, I'm going to take one chart. Okay, so I'll take, okay, suppose this is one chart. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so this is one chart. Okay, then same way you can select this data and you can again go to insert, recommended chart, then go to all charts, take a line chart, and you can, select this and click on OK. So you have same thing being represented by line chart. I mean same data, but it is being represented by different charts. So this is a very simple and easy way to create the charts. Okay. Now what happens when you click on these charts? See, when you click on this, it is showing me, okay, this bar represents line number 12. This bar represents line number 3. This bar represents line number 5. That's it. But when I'm clicking on them, it's not changing, right? If I'm doing something, it's not changing, right? So that is where the picture, or you can say the pivot tables and charts comes into the picture. They go authentically. Authentically means when you try to change the data and the things, the chart also changes. The chart also varies. And that is where the basic difference between normal charts and pivot tables and charts differences are. So I'll come back to that later on. Let me first introduce everyone to the pivot tables. So pivot tables basically are used to summarize, analyze, explore, and present the summary data. What do you mean by summary data? Wherein I'm trying to summarize. Maybe there are 1,000 rows, maybe there are 10,000 rows. I'm trying to summarize that data and I'm trying to analyze, explore, and do many things on that. The word pivot, right? P-I-V-O-T. This is known as pivot. It is basically part of a pivot table, stems from the fact that you can rotate. So rotate word is known as pivot. And what you can rotate, will you rotate a chart? No. The data in the table, you can view it from different perspective. For example, if you have studied in your junior classes engineering, or maybe, what do you talk about, the architecture? How do you see? Or if you buy a house, they give you front face, the top view, the side view, the right view, the left view, the front view, the back view, right? So that's how you are basically rotating the data in the table to view it from different perspective. Okay, and what is the best thing you can do over here? The best thing is they will allow you to quick cross tabulate, dynamic aggregations. Why dynamic? Because the things which were not changing here, I am going to show you in pivot table how these things change. You can do slicing, you can do data filtering. So there are many ways. And the best advantage, you don't have to write any formulas. Last session when I taught you data cleaning, that was fine. But in case you had to apply average, sum, or anything, you have to apply that formula. Here it is not required. This will be done automatically by pivot tables. So you can do analytics without formulas also. Okay. So that's just a joke. But yes, in pivot tables, that's possible. Now in pivot tables, basically what happens, there are 4 things. One is rows. Rows everybody knows, that is basically the horizontal line, right? The horizontal line which we talk about is the rows, the legends. Generally we talk as legends. It displays the category values from one or more field arranged in the separate rows. Then we come to column. I think it's not working. Okay, columns basically the vertical, the axis categories, which are arranged in the separate column, vertical. Values, the values which are displayed inside the summary statistics, maybe one or more field or row or columns. Okay, and filters. So these are basically the buttons which will give you to sort your data, to filter your data for a specified criteria, for a specification. Now, how does a pivot table looks like? See, this is your simple data, wherein you have employee, you have quarter, you have product, continent, country, sale, and so many things, right? Okay, so many things. Now, what is happening? If you see here, this data, this particular one, what is happening? It has changed. See the employee, how it has been created. This is the output of the pivot table. The look and the feel of your table is converted this way. So if you see this kind of data, this is a simple Excel. When you see something like this, it is a pivot table. That's the style. That's the way you can look at it and tell, okay, he has used pivot table or what. You are an expert data scientist or an expert data analyst. So by looking at the data, you should be able to guess the right things. Okay. So let me come to this. This is pivot charts. Can you see what is happening? When I'm trying to refresh the data, see here I'm trying to change some data. The graph is changing. Can you see Smith is small and now it is changing. This is the thing which is not there in your normal chart. I'm so sorry. This is the advantage of a pivot chart over a normal chart in Excel. So what are pivot charts? These are giving complement to your pivot tables. Complement means they enhances the beauty. They make it more beautiful. Basically, they are adding visualization to the summary data. And what do? They allow you to see comparisons, patterns, and trends. So these are pivot charts, the dynamicity. Okay, now moving on further from here, as everybody knows, we have already covered this, when to choose which chart. Okay, but just to give you a simple, backup again and refresh your memories again, what I have done this bar charts for comparing the values across categories, showing the relationship. Column charts for comparing the data points over the time. Line charts, trend, pattern. Pie charts for the performance, proportions, percentages, part to whole. And scatter, it is for displaying two variables, maybe for identifying outliers or clusters in your data. So see, the basic remains the same. Whether you are plotting the chart in pandas or you are plotting the chart in Excel, the basic remains the same. Okay. Now the next part which we will be doing over here is we will be doing the report designing. That how we will design the report. How we'll make this report. Okay. So now let me come back to my pivot table first of all. First of all, I'll tell you how to create a pivot table. How do we make a pivot table? Okay. So I'll go here and okay, for the same thing only I will make a pivot table. Okay, what will I do? I am going to, just for our reference, always copy this data. Suppose a client or anybody has given you a data, try that you should always copy this data and work on that sheet. Now, how do you create a pivot table? Take this, go to Insert and click on Pivot Table from Table Range. So this is Table Range because we are taking the table range, the one from 1 to 15. But if you have something as an external data source, that means something is stored in your computer. So that time you can take it from the external source. So let me take it over here. Now see, the table range is selected, and where I want to create this pivot table, new worksheet, that means a new worksheet will be there, or in the existing worksheet. Existing means in the sheet number 2 itself it will be created. But here what will happen? Here a new worksheet will be there. Okay. So click on OK and see. Now what we will do? We will write here car types are in the rows and speed is in the columns. Right? Or we'll do it this way. Values. Yes. So what do you see? These 4 things. Column, rows, values, filters. Right? Can you see? Rows, columns, values, filters. Exactly the same thing. Okay. And now what will I do? This is my pivot table. Okay. What will I do? I am going to take this, go to Insert again, and then I am going to put a pivot chart. It is giving me a clustered column. Click on OK. So this is my normal chart. This is my pivot chart. Okay. Suppose I want to apply some changes here. Okay. Instead of 75, if I make it. Okay. So let me do one thing. Here I want to know that, okay. Okay. Value filters. Okay, say less than. I want to know the sum of speed is less than, say, 100. Okay, click on OK. So can you see the chart changed? Why? Because this is the thing which we are trying to do over here. Okay, maybe I don't want to do this. Okay, let me undo this. Okay, now what I want, instead of sum of speed in the values, what I can do, instead of this place, I can put it in the filters. Now, I would like to know the speed of which car? The C car. Say C car. And click on OK. So, what is the speed? The speed is 45.6. So, this is applying the filters. Okay. Instead of C, if I want to take, say all. Okay. So, then you have to click on all. All speeds are being displayed. The sum of speeds. So see, I didn't apply any formula. On its own, it did the things. Okay. So let me try with another data set. Okay. Let me give you another data set to try on. So give me a second. My session 17. This is my dummy one. Okay. So this is a simple, pivot table plus a chart which I have created. So what will I do? I'll take you to this place and we will create something of our own. Okay. So what will I do? I will quickly delete this one. I'll delete this one. Okay. I have deleted this sheet. Okay. So now I have only one sheet. Please look at this very carefully. I have product, region, sales and data. What will I do? I am going to select this. Once I have selected, I am going to click on Insert, click on Pivot Table, from Table Range, New Worksheet, click on OK. So I have another sheet 2. Now here I will start adding the things. Okay. So what will I do? I am going to add region in the columns, product in the rows, and values over here. Okay. Now what will I do? I am going to take this, click on insert, click on pivot chart, and it's going to give me this chart. Wow. Okay. So this is one thing. This is a beautiful chart. We have now understood how can we make a pivot table and a chart. Now, if you remember, in our Python data, in the data visualization through Matplotlib and Seaborn, what we used to do, we used to put the title of our chart, right? The legends, everything we used to do, right? See, if you change the things here, no, it will give me different results. See, if I take only product B, see the style changed. If I take only product A and remove product B, this will change. Okay. So please make sure whatever data you are taking and doing the things, it does the things accordingly. Anyways. Okay. So what I want, I want to put a title over here. How will I put? I will click on this plus sign. And can you see axis? Axes are already mentioned. Axis titles, if you want to mention here. For example, you want to mention, what do you want to mention? You want to mention, okay, not here, but speed or something. Here comes your chart title. You can put your chart title here, okay? And you can click on this one. Above the chart, centered overlay, or more options you have. So where you want to put your chart title. So here I am going to put the chart title. I will say, okay, I will say here product analysis or anything, whatever you like. Plus you can, shift it like here or wherever you want to place this. Or if you want to make it big, see here I'll place it, and I also want to make it little big. This also you can do. See, it is 14. You can make it like whatever you want. Like this. You can color it also, orange, or maybe some other color, say green. Okay, so any color also you can make. So you have data labels, data, error bars, grid lines. You don't want to show grid lines, you can remove them. You want to show, you can. Legend, you don't want to show, you want to show. Trend line, you want to show. For the east, okay. So see, the trend line is shown. So all options you have to explore. Second is this one, the style. I don't like this coloring, okay? So I can choose this way, the black style. See? Here I can choose here itself. Only east region. Okay, it's showing me only east. Only south, east and south both. Okay, only two regions I want to see. Like this. Okay, so this is how all of them are being shown. Okay, this color. Plus, not only the style and all, you can do one more thing. You can change the colors also. Like this palette is there. You can take this palette. You can take this palette. You can take this monochromatic, and so many colors are there. You can take this one. You can take this one. So you have so many options in this to select whatever you want. Clear? Or you have any doubts? Are you able to understand this? We are just making a simple this thing. Okay. So this was first dummy data set. You can see here I've taken product, region, sales, date, and this is how I'm doing. Okay. I'll close this. Okay, and I'll save this. Dummy 1 done. Let me take another dummy. Okay, and now what will I do? Here also I am going to take, let me cut this, okay? Just a second, just give me 1 second. Actually, my pen is not working. That's why I'm facing a little bit problem, but that's okay, fine. Okay, ठीक है, चलिए. So now I have taken another dummy data set. The dummy data set has order ID, the product, the category, the amount, the date, and the country. Okay, let me show you the date here so that you have a clear picture of the date. And let me show you the country as well. Now, what is the order ID? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the product is carrot, broccoli, banana, beans, like all vegetables and fruits are there. The category is, we will categorize whether it is a fruit or a vegetable. The amount, what is the amount it cost you? The date it has been purchased and which country has purchased. If you observe here, like if you go down, you know, you can just see that this data is still where it has around say 214 items. 200 rows are there. Generally, pivot tables and charts are obviously used for big datas wherein you can, so not that big data, wherein the data set has more or large number of rows or columns. Okay. So yeah, so this is a simple data set which you have. Now what are we going to do? The first thing, I am going to take this, right? I am going to select. So you can do using Control A and I just want to show that full data is selected. That's why I am doing this. Okay, so full we have selected. Once I have done, click on Insert, Pivot Table, from Table Range, New Worksheet, and click on OK. Now, once I have done this, you have, sorry. So once I have done this, you have all the categories here. Now, what do you want to put over here? Okay. So in the filters, I'm going to put category. Okay. Then amount, I can put it in values. And then product, I can put it in rows. Okay. So this is my simple what? This is my simple pivot table. Now what will I do? I'm going to go here, select this, insert, pivot chart, go here. It gives me a clustered column chart. Okay, you want to make a line chart, pie chart, whatever. I'm just taking a simple this chart. This is my clustered chart. Now in this clustered chart, what will I do? I'll change the category. Like here, if you see, the most number of things which is being sold is bananas, right? Why? Because you can see the sum of the amount of banana is how much? 3,40,295. Now I want to know the category. Okay. Instead of category, do we have, okay. Let me say the fruits. Okay. Click on fruit and click on OK. So fruits, which is the highest sold? Banana. And if I talk about vegetable, then see. Which is the highest one? Broccoli. Here also you can see and here also. Okay, let me change this. Okay, instead of adding the category over here, let me remove this. Let me put country here. Okay, let me put country here. Now, I would like to know that which country sells the most number of products. For example, I want to know France. Okay, I will select France here. So this is, see, I'm telling you how to do the filtering. Okay, that is why I am showing you this feature. Now, pivot table, you know. How to make a chart, you know. But now what are we exploring? We are exploring the formatting, the filtering of the chart. So I want to know in France what is sold the most. So if you see in France, apples are sold the most. Okay, instead of France, if I want to know about New Zealand, okay, then you can click on OK. So what do you see? Again, the bananas are sold more. Okay, exactly the same thing. If you go to United States, so what does the data says? Again, the same thing, right? So this is the way you can see your data, visualize your data, and do the things in Excel using pivot table. Okay. So now you all know how to create a pivot table, how to create a pivot chart. Now what are we going to do? The last step. The last step is report designing. Now, what do you mean by report designing? Let me just explain you. I'll take 5 minutes and then I'll teach you. See, report designing is something wherein you can see this is one sheet. This is a second sheet. This is a third sheet. And this is a fourth sheet. There are different sheets here. Okay. And what is happening here? When you make a report, no, you combine all the sheets together. And once you have combined all the sheets together, in Excel, it is known as report designing. When you will be learning about Tableau, Power BI, Looker, and so many studios are there. Okay, there it is called dashboard designing. Now, why it is important in a data analyst or a data scientist role or a person who is into data science or data analytics? Because this is something the way you tell your story. This is actually the storyboard. You will tell your stakeholders, your clients, or the people whom you are going to give the presentation, ki see, this is the report. These are the tasks which were done. These are the tasks which are overdue, using beautiful visuals. A data scientist is, okay, he's the scientist of the data, the doctor of the data, but he is a very good storyteller. You can make any story. Have you heard that? When a human kills a tiger, there are 3 stories which are made, right? The story from a man's side, the story which a man wrote, demonstrates or explains. There's a second story which tiger says, okay? And there's a third story which is the real story. So that means when a human is killing a tiger, he will say, oh, I did my best, I did this, I did that, and I killed it in just 5 seconds. When you hear these tiger story, I fought the best, I killed the man, I punched in the man, and so on. So that's the tiger's side story. And what's the real story? They both fought and the tiger ate him and then he killed him, right? So like that, some story like that. So the real thing is like that. So the thing which I'm trying to tell you over here is that storytelling, making dashboards, how beautifully you create your dashboards, how beautifully you create your reports. This is the actual work a data analyst do. Scientist still has some options to explore, but data analyst, why do you do that data cleaning? Why do you do that chart making? Actually, at the end, you will make a report. You will make a beautiful dashboard, which you will present to your companies, organization, manager, stakeholders, and accordingly, the data-driven decisions will be taken. Okay. So this is about the report designing. So this work we will do now. So let me come back to my another data. And what is that data? The data is dummy 2. Okay. So first let me show it to you. This is a simple date, product, region, sales, profit. Okay. These are the different types of data, right? How many datas are there? I mean, how many columns are there? If you see here, you will see that there are 5 columns and all. Okay. Now, what will I do? I'm going to show you the sheets one by one. See, the first sheet talks about which data? The simple data, which we did it just now. Right? Which we did it just now. Just a second. Yeah. Then what I did? The second table. See, this is a line chart. Okay. The line chart wherein row of labels and sum of sales. Okay. This is my line chart. What was my first chart? My first chart was sum of sales was my row thing and column labels were what? Your east and all. Okay. Then I have sheet number 4. Sheet number 4 says what? Row labels are what? East, north and all. And then sum of sales is there as the this thing, the values, which is a pie chart. Then I have sheet 5, which talks about the row labels, sorry for this, row labels plus the sum of profit, which is basically what? Which is basically a simple bar chart. It is a bar chart. Now, how many charts I have made? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. How many charts I have made, students? 4 charts. Now, what will I do? I'll come to the 6th chart. And what will I do? I will copy all of them. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. And what I will do? I will write, see, I have written here the chart title. Compare the sales of different products. Sales trends over time. Profit for different products. Total sales by region. Okay. So this is what? This is a sales and profit analysis chart or a report. Okay. So same thing, we will also do it now. Let me copy this data and do it in a new Excel. So why I am doing it? Because that data, that report remains the same. Okay. So this is my first data. What will be the file name? I am going to write here dummy 4. Okay. And let me go here, session 17 and save it. Okay. Chalo, let us begin. The first thing, what we'll do, quickly select this range. We'll go to insert, pivot table. Now I'll be little faster. Okay. Now I'll be little faster. Are you all ready? Are we doing it all together? Okay. From table, new worksheet, click on OK. All right. Now what is the, sorry. I hope I am audible and visible to all of you. I think I can see. Sir, Hindi. No, I'm an Indonesian. Students, I'm really sorry if it is in Hindi or something, because that will really create problem. Most of these students have asked me to start on in English. That's the reason I'm doing it this way. Okay, anyways. So, sales, you can put it in what? In the values. Right? And then, okay, sum of sales, you can put it in rows. And in the columns, you can put the region. Yes? Like this. Oh, it's not going correct, is it? Yeah, it's like this. Now what will I do? I'm going to go here, insert, pivot chart. I will go here, take this clustered column and insert. Okay, done. Okay, so what it is showing? What it is showing, you can write it over here. Chart title. Chart title. regions sales or sales by regions. Okay, anything you can put, whatever you like. Okay, now I want to make this bold, so that's why I've written it like this, sales by region. Okay, now again I will come back over here. Again I'm going to copy this, insert pivot table, from table, again a new worksheet, click on over here. Now I am on sheet number 3. Okay, so in the sheet number 3, what will I do? I will put the sum of, sorry, I'm going to put the dates and the product. No, this will not work. See, by looking at it only you can do it. Okay, you can put here sales and then you can put the profit here. Date you can remove. Why it is not taking here? Yeah, sales and profit. Okay, now what will I do? Again I'll go here, insert pivot chart, go over here. I want to take a line chart here. So line chart it is not showing, is it? Okay, so let us change then. Okay, let us change because I need one line chart over here, not like this. So let me put a product here. Okay, and now if I select this, why it is not taking? So I'm not sure why it is not taking. Insert pivot chart, it should take actually. Oh, the line is almost the same, that's why it's not taking. Okay, oh, is it because I'm taking it in legend? This is axis. Okay, count of products. And what about this profit? Yes, this is the line which I wanted to take. So I'm really sorry. Axis is basically categories, so the sales and the sum of profit. So now if you can see, we have got a line chart. So what am I doing? I can write it here, chart title. I'll write chart title here. I'm going to write profit margins. Okay, again the same thing. When I'm taking this profit margins, I'm going to make it bold, and this is my second sheet. So how many sheet I've made? 1 and 2. Now I'm going to make the third one. Okay, another one. So again we'll go to sheet number 1. Again I'm going to select this, insert pivot table, from table, new worksheet. So another sheet number 4. Now what will I do? I'm going to take the region in the rows label and sum of sales in the columns, right? And then insert pivot chart. This time I want to take a pie chart. Okay, so it's not taking. Okay, fine. Okay, let me put it here. Yes, so sum of sales. Okay, so this is a simple example of this thing. So I can say here, above the chart. Okay, sales proportions. Okay, I can write it like this, sales proportions, control B, bold. Okay, done. So this is my third sheet. How many sheet we've done? 1, 2, 3. Now since this and this color is looking same, let me change the color here. Okay, so I will go here and okay, I want to change the color specifically. So let me go with this one. No, with this one, with this one. With this? No, Okay, so I think I'll take the second, no, I'll take the third palette. Okay, so I've changed the color combination so that sheet 4 and sheet 2 doesn't look like the same. Now last one we will make. Okay, 4 things we'll make. I'll go here, insert. Okay, then what will I do? The next thing over here is, I hope I am audible and visible to all of you. Can anybody confirm? Great. Okay, so again I'll go to pivot table, from table, again new worksheet, come here, sheet 5, and now with what I will do, I am going to take region and profit, plus I'm going to put insert, pivot chart. I'll go here, go to bar chart, and here I am. Okay, so this is my bar chart. And what will I write here? Profit comparisons. Okay, whatever you want to write, you can write. Whatever you like, you can write. All right. So now if you see, I have sheet 1 wherein I have the data, sheet 5, sheet 4, sheet 3, and sheet 2. Now I will go here and create something. Okay. And how will I create? First of all, I'll put a title. How will I put a title here? What should I do? So again, I'll go to insert. In the insert, what do you see here? Text box. And I'm going to put this text box over here. And what will I write? I'm going to write here profit and sales analysis. Okay. I'm going to take this up, make it like 32. Okay. Like this. Change the color to say whichever color you want to make it bold, and so on, and keep it like this. Okay, so this is my heading, the header. Okay, profit and sales analysis. Now I'll go to my sheet number 2. Here I'm going to copy this, go to my sheet number 6 and paste it here. Okay, so this is my first data, which I'm going to put sales by region. Okay, you can move it. Then I'll go to sheet number 3. I'm going to take this one, Control C, go to my sheet number 6 again and paste it here. I will go here. Okay, let me undo. Okay, I will go here exactly the same way. I can make it small. See, you have to paste it properly, like how it looks and all. If you want to make it big, you can make it big also. Okay. So sales by region, profits by margin. Now I'll go to next sheet. Again, I'm going to go here. You can copy, go to my sheet number 6 again. Now see, if I paste it just below it, it will not look good. Why? Because I want to make it an alternative. So it's up to you how you want to present your data. I want to keep it diagonal. That's why I'm doing it like this. Okay. So please make sure that whatever you are doing, think and do it like how you want to present the data. I want to keep it diagonally. That's why I'm doing it like this. Okay. So see, now I have sales proportion, profit margin, sales by region. And now my last sheet, this is the profit comparison. Again, I'm going to copy, I'll go to my sheet number 6 and I'm going to paste it here. Okay. So the same system wherein I'm trying to make the things alternatively. This blue and blue will make alternative. Okay. So this is my simple profit and sales report. Okay. Plus you can do many other things like other than, text, you can put a header and footer. Like here you can always say the header is about, you can write here education nest live class. Okay. This is my header. and you can just, you know, use this here, like make it big, small, or whatever you want to do, and make it bold like this. Okay, education nest live class plus okay, header is gone again. Okay, again you will go here and header and footer, and let me go to the, okay, why it is not showing footer actually. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not showing. Okay, no problem. Okay, insert. Okay, so this was about header, footer. Okay, if you want to put some word art over here, so you can do that as well, right? So see here, word art, and you can say, okay, let me put here, insert. Why it is not showing symbols suddenly? Yeah, symbols. Okay, symbols. Let me take copyright, insert. Okay, close, and after this I'm going to write here Lipika Sharma. Okay, and plus you can make this go to home, not 54, make it 16. Oh, it's too small. I think 24 will work. Yes, and I'm going to make it italics plus, oh, not this one, sorry. Yes, this one you can bring this down. Actually, you can. Yes, at the rate Lipika Sharma. Copyright Lipika Sharma. Okay, just have it like this and done. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I will come back to this one later on. Yeah. So if you see now how it has become, your sheet number 6, it has become like this. Okay. Why it is showing like this? Huh. So you have written your profit and sales analysis, plus you have written the copyright Lipika Sharma. Okay, you want to insert something more, you know, you have links, like if you want to put a link, you can put an object, you can put a signature line, you can put an equation. Okay, in fact, what I want to do over here is I also want to put, okay, I'm not sure why it's not taking, recommended pivot tables. Okay, so you can put a table also. So what is the table? Maybe I can choose whichever I want to take. Okay, so here I can go, and from my desktop, let me go to YouTube Live, session number 17, and maybe I'm going to take dummy 3. Okay, so this thing I want to insert. Only sheet 1 I want to put. Okay, click on OK. So if you see, this is the data. Okay, so click on OK, and now you have this data here. Okay, so that's not required, that was just to show you the comparison and everything. Now I have created this. Okay, now I have created this beautiful chart and everything. Just a second. Okay, I don't know why it's showing like this. Anyways, so basically equation, let me, shape format is also done. Okay, done. Okay, so now what I want to do, I have created this beautiful chart and everything. The next thing which I want to do over here is I want to print this. I want to save this. I want to share this. This is my simple and beautiful, you know, report making, which I have done in today's session. Now, what will I do? I'll go to File. I can click on Save As. I can click on this PC, and maybe I'll save it on my desktop. Okay, so this PC. Okay, let me put it in session 17 only, and this is my dummy 4 data. Okay, so let me put it here, and I'm going to replace this. So this is one thing. So I've saved it. Now I want to share. So there are ways. One thing is you can print. See how beautifully this looks, and print like a Microsoft Word, PDF. Okay. So you can just put Control P and then it can be printed the way you want. Okay. So this is the page setup and it will look like this. Education Nest live class, profit and sales analysis, copyright Lipika Sharma. So this is the way you can print this. Instead of print, you can select, okay, the PDF. So I can save the PDF and I can say profit and sales. Okay, and I'll put it on the desktop. Okay, this is being saved. Let me show it to you. Here it is. See how beautiful my sheet looks like. It will give you, see, this was extra coming, that's why it's showing like this, but this is my page. This is my report which I have created. Okay, all right. The next thing, this is, you have saved it and put it in the sheet and all. One more way is like, how can you export? So you can click on share and share with people. You want to save to cloud, you want to put to email, or that way you can do. Second is export. So you can export. Now export, where will you export? See, there are different ways. This file you can export in Power BI also. So that way also you can do it. So you can create a PDF, you can change the file type, all these things you can do. Like you can make it a CSV and all those things. Plus you can click on publish. So see, when I say publish, so you do, sorry, not export, but when you publish, you can publish this in your Power BI. So since you have not learnt Power BI till now, that's why I'm not telling you. So here you can just go upload and do it, or either you can export to your Power BI. So these are the ways wherein you can, share your report, this beautiful, nice report to your stakeholders and manager. So I hope you all have liked this session, because this was all about, the topic was creating basic visualization in Excel. And now you all have become a pro into it, right? Okay. So I just need 5 more minutes with all of you. If you all have liked this session, I would request everyone to please put a thumbs up or hi or anything which will give me motivation that yes, you all have liked the class. Anyways, so last 5 minutes for the question and answer. So let's do this. What are pivot tables in Excel? I think this question is very easy. You all can do it. It is a summarization tool and it gives you things to analyze, create, organize, visualize and do many things, right? Plus, what are some common tips for creating effective reports in Excel? Students, this is the question you should prepare for your interviews also, although nobody asked it, but this is something which you should prepare, you should have in your mind when you have to create an effective report in Excel. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope you all have enjoyed this session about pivot tables and charts, and I want to see everyone's reports and charts were on GitHub. And please share your GitHub links in the chat in tomorrow's session. Okay. So we will continue with creating basic visualization in Excel. That will be the last class tomorrow for visualization in Excel. After this, after tomorrow's class, we'll start with business intelligence tools. That is Power BI and Tableau. Okay. So please be there tomorrow, the same time, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe this channel and please make your hands dirty. I want to see everyone's reports. All right. So thank you so much. That's all for the day.